Hello, this is about Syria and the Syrian government dictator that have been in place for over 50 years have been overthrown, and a lot of Syrian people are celebrating and for their freedom and hopefully for a better future to come. So basically, aside the dictatorship of the Syrian government, I want to explain to this community how the rebel able to overthrow the government within 2 weeks. It all the chain of reaction happens a long time ago by Iran. Iran have military bases, large military bases in Syria, and also there is Russia military bases there. And about 15 to 20 years ago, rebel tried to overthrow the Assad government, and they lost because during that time, Russia Russia and Iran supported the Assad government, Syria government, and the rebel lost the war, and they disappear into neighboring countries like Iraq. They went into Turkey. They went into other Arab countries. Okay, and in Assad, the dictator refused to have any political dialogue with anybody, and so the rebel they were defeated, but they didn't give up. They've been planning and watching what's going on in the world, all these wars happening. So the good thing that helped the rebel is, number one, Russia started the war with Ukraine many years ago. Second, and Iran started the war with Israel on October 7. One thing you gotta understand that Iran support all these fighting different military groups that's fighting Israel. Hezbollah in Lebanon, Hamas in Gaza. They also support all the Arab countries, Jordan, Egypt, Yemen, Iraq, you name it. Those groups, all the Muslim groups, countries, ideologically, the end goal is to get rid of Israel. Of course, they support them. They support Iran on that. The only difference is that the Islamic sect have a different goals how to achieve that. Iran follow the Shia sect of Islam. Shia that's what Iran is, a sect of religious of Islam. The other Muslim countries, majority of Muslim countries are Sunni, so they don't get along as much. But when it comes to the issue of Palestinian in Gaza, the prime driving force behind the war of who supported and trained and armed, give them a weapon to the Palestinian fighting factions are Iran. So October 7, Hamas attacked Israel, and Israeli fight back. They destroy most of the military capability of Hamas. At the same time, Hezbollah across the border from Israel in Lebanon attacks Israel on daily basis. There's like 1,000 of rockets that's coming across the border into Israel. Of course, Israel have defense mechanism that can shut down the rocket before it hits anything. Basically, when the rockets come in from the skies, they get shot down on the sky by the defense system that Israel have. So all these groups, Hezbollah, Hamas, the other front in Iraq, in Afghanistan, that basically flooding the weapon into the military that's fighting Israel. All this group is supported by Iran. Iran get their weapons through Syria. So Syria is over here. Turkey don't like Iran, so they're not able to get the weapon smuggled through Turkey. They smuggle it through Syria. If you look at the map, you're gonna see for them to get the weapon to Lebanon and then to Gaza, to Hezbollah, they have to go through the quickest, shortest route for them is to go through Syria. So basically, indirectly, Iran basically control everything militarily in Syria. Okay, so they have huge military bases there. So what ended up happening is that Israel start destroying military capabilities of Iran inside Syria. It's been going on for the whole year, for 1 year. Okay, every other day they destroy the military capabilities, weapon warehouses. A lot of the military leaderships, like commanders, the people that run in the military, that plan the attacks, and that have a connection worldwide to talk to their other jihadis. So all this military capability is being destroyed by Israel in Iran. Okay. And also Hezbollah, Israel were able to degrade the military capability of Hezbollah there, and some of the area of Iraq as well. So military capability, what I mean, the weapons that they can use to destroy, to fight, to win a war. So the rebels that were fighting, that come into Syria to overthrow the Syrian government yesterday, they're looking at all this stuff happening. Russia is busy fighting Ukraine, and Iran is busy fighting Israel. All the Iranian rebels is busy fighting Israel inside Syria, inside Iraq, inside Lebanon, and inside Gaza. All these regions that normally support and protect Iran are being destroyed. Their military capability is being destroyed. They cannot afford to go and defend Syria. Syria have nothing to offer the government of Assad, have nothing to offer to any of these groups. Nobody is going to risk their families to go die and fight for Syrian government. This is a dictatorship government that have killed millions of people and throw in prison people who speak against the government, and that rob and continuously degrade the economy potential of Syria people. So they see this, the rebels see this opportunity. The rebels is supported by Turkey, air support. Air support is provided by Turkey. So they come in, The thing that I've seen that's amazing also, the rebel come in riding on a motorcycle. A lot of them. There's probably over 50,000 uh, motorcycles. They know, so that's why it takes them so quickly to go through from Turkey and from also they basically attack from so many different locations, and they're coming in into the capital from so many different directions. Initially, Russia provided air support to the Syrian military, and eventually they start to withdraw. They start to go back into the city. I guess what I'm thinking is Russia calculated that it's not worth it for them to sacrifice more of their people that they can use to fight Ukraine. Ukraine is more important to them than this Syrian war. So they didn't fight that much, but they did provide air support to Syrian rebel. It didn't matter. So they're able to win that, able to control and take over the rebel. Were able to take over the Syrian government, Syrian country, the Syrian land, and able to free the Syrian people from the dictatorship that they have lived under for over 50 years. So I hope that explains.